Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I will start everything with the name of Allah Almighty, who is the most gracious, the most merciful. In this video, I will tell you the IELTS reading test and our questions are true, false, not given. So the first question is question number 9. The metal used in the float process had to have specific properties. The metal used in the float process. So our topic is sheet glass manufactured the float process. From paragraph 1 to paragraph 3, we have cleared our questions from question number from 1 to 8. So this is question number 9. We will start reading from the paragraph number 4. The rest of the concept relied on gravity, which guaranteed that the surface of the molten metal was perfectly flat and horizontal. Metal used in the float process had to have specific properties. If the statement agrees, then it will be true. But if it contradicts, then it will be false. And if there is no information regarding to the statement, it will be not given. So the first sentence in which it is written, the rest of the concept relied on gravity, which guaranteed that the surface of the molten metal was perfectly flat and horizontal. So these are the properties that the metal was perfectly flat and horizontal. So the statement agrees with the information, so it will be true. We will move to the next question. Pilkington invested some of his money on his float plant. Now we will read from the paragraph from where we skipped. Consequently, we will search the word Pilkington, because if Pilkington word will be found, then it will be easier for us to understand the next question number 10. Pilkington invested some of his money. It will be easier for us to search the Pilkington word in the paragraph, because it is a word which is different from the rest of the paragraph. In this paragraph, Pilkington is not mentioned. So our first answer was perfectly flat and horizontal, so it agrees to the information because these are the properties. So that's why our first question is true. And in the next question, the question number 10, Pilkington word was not found in the recent paragraph, but in the next paragraph Pilkington word is found. Pilkington built a pilot plant, but it is talked about float plant. Pilot plant in 1953 and 1955, he had convinced his company to build a full-scale plant. However, it took 14 months for non-stop production, costing the company of £100,000 a month before the plant produced any usable glass. So the whole information is not mentioned in this paragraph. The information that is mentioned in the question number 10. Pilkington invested some of his money in his float plant. So it will be not given because there is no information on this. Not given. Question number 11. Pilkington's first full-scale plant was an instant commercial success. Full-scale plant. Pilkington's first full-scale plant. Built a pilot plant in 1953 and by 1955 he had convinced his company to build a full-scale plant. However, it took 14 months for non-stop production, costing the company £100,000 a month before the plant produced any usable glass. Furthermore, once they succeed in making the marketable flat glass, the machine was turned off for a service to prepare it for years of continuous production. So this is not a success for the plant of Pilkington, but in the question it is mentioned Pilkington's first full-scale plant was an instant commercial success. So the information contradicts with the statement, so it will be false. The next question is question number 12. The process invented by Pilkington has now been improved. The process invented by Pilkington has now been improved. Now we will read from where we skipped. When it started up again, it took another 4 months to get the process right again. They finally succeeded in 1959, and there are no now float plants all over the world, with each able to produce around 1000 tons of glass every day non-stop for around 15 years. Float plants today make glass of near optical quality. Several process melting, refining, homogenizing take place simultaneously in the 2000 tons of molten glass in the furnace. So this statement, this sentence, float plants today make glass of near optical quality. Optical quality means the process invented by Pilkington has now been improved. How it is improved? Several process melting, refining and homogenizing take place simultaneously in the 2000 tons of molten glass in the furnace. So this is the invention by Pilkington which was improved. So that statement agrees with the information, so it will be true. Computers are better than human at detecting faults in the glass. Now we will check whether it is mentioned in the paragraph or not. Our question is question number 13. Computers are better than humans for detecting faults in glass. We skipped from here. They occur in separate zones in a complex glass flow driven by high temperature. It adds up to a continuous melting process lasting as long as 50 hours that delivers glass smoothly and continuously to the float bath and from there to a coating zone and finally a heat treatment zone where stresses formed during cooling are relieved. The principle of float glass. In this paragraph, we did not find our last question. Computers are better than human at detecting faults in glass. Now we will move forward to the last paragraph and check whether it is mentioned or not. If it will not mention in this paragraph, then it will be not given. The answer will be not given. The principle of float glass is unchanged since the 1950s. However, the product has changed dramatically from a single thickness of 6.8 mm to range from sub-millimeter to 25 mm, from a ribbon frequently marred by inclusions and bubbles to almost optical perfection. To ensure the highest quality inspection, inspections mean to detect, takes place at every stage. Occasionally, a bubble is not removed during refining and sand grain refuses to melt. A trimmer in the tin puts ripples into the glass ribbon. Automated online inspection does two things. Firstly, it reveals process faults upstream that can be corrected. Inspection technology means computer allows more than 100 million measurements a second to be made across the ribbon, locating flaws the unaided eye would be unable to see. Secondly, it enables computers. Yes, we found the word computer downstream to steer cutters around flaws. Float glass is sold by the square meter, and the final stage computers translate computers' requirements into the patterns of cut designed to minimize waste. So in this paragraph, we found that firstly, it reveals process faults. Automated online inspection does two things. Which one? Firstly, it reveals process faults. It reveals process faults means it detects faults in the glass that can be corrected. Inspection technology allows more than 100 million measurements a second to be made across the ribbon, locating flaws the unaided eye would be unable to see. Unaided eye means humans. It is talked about humans. So if you will read the paragraph, the last paragraph, then you will be able to understand what it is talked about. it is talked about that the information regarding to the statement agrees. So the answer will be true again. Now we will transfer our answers to the IELTS reading answer sheet. IELTS reading answer sheet looks like this. So our answers are from question number 9 to 13. Question number 9 to 13. So the answer of question number 9 is true. So we will write true. In the next we will write not given. There is enough space on the IELTS reading answer sheet to transfer your answers on the IELTS reading answer sheet. Next one is false. Then the last two answers are true. If this video is really helpful for you, then don't forget to support the channel. If you like the video, then don't forget to share the video.